Hi guys, 4.3.1 is now out and is now available since the early beginnings of December. Outbound order creation, category creation, and a couple of little minor touch-ups with some bugs that we found. Order outbound creation. Order outbound creation, we have broken it into 5 sections. Who is the ability to add a customer from your customer database if you have placed one in. Most of your customers from a B to C business model are not really there. We understand. There's too many. No one expects to do that. But for your B2B distributors and your retailers, those are able to be accessible because they're repeatable, and it's easy to pre-fill that information based if they're in the database there. When those have been added in, for people who are considered retailers or distributors with your B2B business model, if they're not in your current database, you can save them with the save button on the bottom right-hand corner address. What we have done just recently is added Google addresses as a pre-filled function within our form here. And so if you look up any address that Google has on their database, it will pre-fill, and that's going to be able to help you save a bit of time. As well, in the bottom right-hand corner, if you click on that, you'll be able to save this particular address to the supplier if the supplier or distributor was added to the database as well. So the two can be added to your category list, saving you time being able to do that work over and over again. Right now, we don't have the capability to pre-fill the address section that you have in the database with us, but I'll probably be looking into that improvement in the near couple of releases. Just be aware, there'll be updates as we go forward. Below the address is the warehouse locations. We've chosen to put the warehouses in this section here so that it's able to pull the stock levels that you're going to be able to look through in the next part of the form. So you can choose either warehouse, Perth or Melbourne, and any others that we add if you're watching this video in the future. Under products, what we've got here is the search bar. It's a really quick, easy way to find all the products that you're looking for based on the warehouse you chose to be able to source and add them to the list below. Before, in 3.6, in the search bar, we used to show all the different SKUs, all the products, all in one go, and the loading time was really, really high. So what we've done is we've chose to not present all the products straight away so that the speed of the load is really, really fast based on the search results. You only have to put in one character to be able to find that list straight away, and that is really helpful for you to be able to source whatever you're looking for from your own database. If you would like to have a list, maybe a short list or a list showing your SKUs or your products to be able to skim through them real quick for the order, and that's a feature that you would like to have, please let us know in the comments, and I'll definitely talk to the development team about that with future releases. Once you click on the product, they will be added to the list below, and you'll be able to see the product straight away. And then it will have 2 fields that will allow you to fill in. One will be the quantity that you would like to add to the order, and the other one is the sales value. We know that the cost value is kind of fixed based on what it was brought in by the supplier, but as you can see, based on the multiple of units and what the sale value is, it does show you a completed total sales value pricing. That's really super important for us if we're going to be able to get quotes for any exporters that go overseas. They kind of need like a full combination total value, and those will be presented at the end of the proposal for the shipping routes. They're mostly DHL and FedEx. Shipping is a pretty important area, obviously, because it's got to leave the warehouse. And there's a lot of information that we want to make sure is super accurate so that we know that you guys are going to get exactly what you're asking for in every order that you ship out with us. First thing we have on the left-hand side is the shipping method. And then we have underneath that the shipping documents to attach. We have the reference number, insurance, and chat comments for the order itself. About the shipping methods, we're still at 4.3.1, holding a current standard of methods within the system of KeepSpace. Those are based on the operational capacities of each of the carriers that we have contracts with that allow us to then share those capabilities in hopefully a pretty reasonably abbreviated way so that we're able to know what exactly you're asking for very quickly from the get-go. Putting this release together, we just wanted to make sure that we have a place to show all this information and build on it from this point forward. In this release, you can see on the right-hand side is insurance. If you pick a specific shipping method that requests for insurance, you'll be able to see the insurance field pop up or no longer be disabled on the other side of the page. based on what you pick in the method is what's going to be either accessible or not from the carrier to have insurance on the request. Different methods will allow it, some will, some won't, and some are optional. So just be aware of what method you choose to know if insurance will be available for that. So below the shipping methods is documentation. Now this is a really valuable one that we found is a really easy way to put in, because before what we would do is if you had a packing list, tax invoice, BYO shipping label, all of those information pieces would be elsewhere. It would probably be better to put that information into another location. And so we've made this document attachment process inside the order itself. It will be able to hold and store the information a little bit better for us and a little bit better for you guys as well. These are going to be really, really good for any packing lists that you would like customized, any tax invoices that you want added to the form, Amazon specific documentation that is already required, or any instructions that you would like to have specific for that order. The other parts are pretty self-explanatory. The reference order number based on the invoice or the website marketplace order number, and the chat function is being able to show any communication you want about the specific order itself, which is leave it by the side of the door, put it on the side of the building, speak to the front staff, all that stuff. Review. It's a total summary review showing you all the information about the steps taken from 1 through to 4 combined together on this one page. It makes it really easy for you to be able to review everything. If there is anything you do want to choose to change in the bottom left-hand corner, the back button to recorrect anything you wanted to change. Once you click the create button in the bottom right-hand corner, it moves into a order within the KeepSpace platform with the status of information received. And that pretty much allows it to begin its journey to get processed in the warehouse that you selected, fixes. So in the change log, you can find the word fixes. We fixed an issue in the order edit function where it was not showing the sales value and quantity as we now do in the creation order process. So those two have now been sorted through. We also realized some of the new data that's required was not added to those different organizations, switching between their organizations on the platform, especially the older organizations that's been with us for a really long time. We've been able to fix up data challenges, and now they should be working pretty well. So if you did have some of those challenges, give it another crack. If not, please let us know. We'll be happy to fix it up. And then the last major fix is to robust the authentication logic that we've had. What that has done is eliminated unnecessary server calls that result in the 401 errors. Hopefully that's been addressed. Right now, as we speak, we are working on the 4.3.2 release, which will be about the creation of the inbound orders and or receivable orders, depending on your preferred logic of terminology. We're also going to be adding a tutorial list for you to be able to access and watch and view next year. We'll start the recording in January, so you'll be able to go through all of these functions and features and be able to utilize them as you see fit, so that way you can get the most out of your fulfillment processes. So stay tuned, and Happy New Year to you all. And thanks so much for watching. If you are still interested, you've made it all the way to the end of this video, check out some of these other videos that we have here. They're just some extra things that we've done in the releases. I think you'll find them valuable. Take care.